back. Today I want to show you a plant that's taken over the garden in a good way. I'm talking about the Choko, specifically the white Choko. This is our second year growing the white Chokos, and honestly I didn't realize how productive this plant is. So we planted one seed, this is the seed, in the garden 2 years ago, and it started to sprout come spring. By autumn we were drowning in Chokos, so I had to come up with novel ways of using the Chokos. I have never cooked with Chokos before. This is only our second year, so I had to do a lot of research on how to cook these things. You won't find these ones in the supermarket, and I can guarantee you other gardeners are going to be questioning what kind of Choko this is. So this is the white Choko. In Australia we call them Chokos. In other countries they will call them Chayote. I hope I didn't just butcher that. But yeah, the Chayote or the Choko. These guys are in the gourd family, so they are related to pumpkins and zucchinis, cucumbers, but they look more like a pear. A lot of these have started to sprout already, so we're going to harvest these today, and I will have a quick chat to you about this gorgeous looking Choko. You can get them spiky. I have seen some white spiky ones, not in Australia though. This is the smooth one. Doesn't look very smooth, but it is the smooth one. You'll see very distinct spikes on the spiky ones. What's amazing about these plants is that the whole plant is edible. All these new shoots, they're also edible, so you can throw them in stir fries. The leaves are edible. We actually haven't tried eating any of these, but I'm not keen. And then the root is down in there. It's a tuber. It is also edible, but just be mindful that if you take that out of the ground and eat it, you are killing your plant. So let's cut one of these open and have a look at what it looks like inside. I think we'll cut this one. So that's what it looks like inside. It just looks like a pear actually. But that's the seed that will come out, and the shoots will come out of those, and also the roots will come out of there as well. The seeds are edible as well. I have not tried them. The skin is a bit tough at this point, but you can just peel it. Just be mindful that there's a latex on there that's a bit sticky as well. Also, if you're harvesting the new shoot, just be mindful that you may stunt the growth a little bit. Not that this will matter too much. These are very prolific, so they will continue to produce a lot of fruit. Just don't go chopping down every new shoot, but wherever you do chop one down, you'll find that it'll split as well. There is a spiky version of the white Chokos, but this one's the smooth. It doesn't look very smooth. This is the smooth variety. You will see the spikes on it very clearly. White Chokos are supposed to be a bit more tender, a bit more sweeter, and quicker and easier to cook, the green ones. At the end of the day, they really don't have a huge strong flavour. They will be very much like a zucchini, and they will take on the flavour of whatever you're cooking it with. That's why these are so versatile to bake with. Because they're so prolific, a lot of people would use apples and make an apple and Choko crumble out of them, because they will still take on the flavour of the apple. I've also used this to make a chocolate cake. I've done sticky date puddings with them. Yes, I put this into a sticky date pudding and it was delicious. The fussy eater didn't even realise that there was Chokos in these sticky date pudding. So in spring it reshoots, and I'm thinking that this part here is already the new shoots coming out from the base. So I'll have to be mindful when I'm cleaning this up. But in the spring this shoots out. In the summer it just takes over the garden and covers a lot of area, and then in the autumn it produces a heap of fruit, and then winter it dies back off. This is it, all died back. It is a perennial, so from a permaculture view it's gold. It climbs and creates a great shade, but it also creates a lot of organic matter. If I were building a food forest from scratch, I'd definitely include this early. Chokos love full sun, rich soil, and something to climb on. They don't love the frost, but this one has handled a couple of cold winters. But then again, we don't get any frost up here either. There is a toxic plant called mothvine that looks similar to a Choko, but it is much, much smoother and not quite the same as these. If you do find fruit growing in the wild and you didn't plant it, just don't eat it. So what I'm doing today is whatever is on the ground or on the archway, we're going to collect them. Anything that's sprouting that looks half decent, we're going to keep. We do sell these on our website, so if you're after a couple of seeds, I do have them on our website available. I'll put the link down below. But what we're going to do is anything that's got a sprout coming out of it, we're putting in one box. This is the keep box. Anything that has a sprout coming out of it but has been chewed up, because we've got possums and rats around the place and they do get to them. Anything that's been chewed up a little bit is going to go to the pigs. So I've got two tubs, one's the keep pile and one's the pig pile. So let's get picking. put you guys on time lapse while I pick all these chokos up. That the seeds have all been chewed on. I don't know whether that's definitely going to be no good, but I'm going to put it into the maybe pile. Well, I'm going to put it into the keep pile, and then I'll check on it in a couple of weeks' time and see if it's any good. If it's not, it can go to the pigs. So you can see the roots will come out of the bottom of the sprout where it's shooting out, and then the shoots will come up the top. Here is a good one, but sometimes you just have to put your choko on the ground, and this part touches the ground, and that's already created itself some roots. So I'm going to have to put that straight into a pot because I don't want those roots to dry out. Let's go over to the other side. There's a heap over there. There's a couple here. So this one I was looking at is, okay, it's a new shoot, and then I realised that already popped itself into the ground. We gently pull it out. Probably should use a spade or something to dig it out with. That one there is ready to go. I'm going to take that one down to the pig pen somewhere, along with the other one. And then there's another couple. There's another one here. Okay, it must be just one. I thought it was two. And the same thing. It's already got two shoots coming off it. So they're going to go into the garden. Don't think there is any more. There might be a couple on the corner. There's a couple. I actually thought there was going to be more bad ones going to the pigs than there were good ones sprouting, but some of these I'll still take upstairs and use in cooking. Even though they're big or they're started to sprout, it's not a big deal because what I'm going to do is peel it, take the seed out, and we're going to use it for cakes and some stews. So let's talk about how to grow and sprout a choko. There's no need for seeds. This is the seed. The fruit is the seed. So what you want to do is you want to get your pot of soil, if you're going to put it into a pot, or you can put it into the ground. But as you can see, this one's already starting to root. I might just put this one in. You don't completely bury it. You put it down on the soil, and then what we're going to do is bury it to where the roots are. So your shoot's going to come out the top, and your roots are going to go down to the pot. What we want to do is not completely cover it. Sprout's got to come out the top. Don't overwater it. There is enough moisture and feed in that seed to sustain this plant for quite some time. So don't overwater your pot. Give it a little bit of water and then just leave it. The black pot is going to create some heat around it, and those roots will fill this pot up. Then you can put it into the ground. If you're in warmer climate already, you can put the seed straight into the ground. That's how easy it is to sprout and grow. Just make sure you don't put your seeds in the fridge. We don't want to stump them. So how do we deal with glut and storage? Well, they store well at room temperature. You will see that they'll start sprouting. You can still use them even though they've sprouted. You're going to just have to be a little bit smarter about how you're going to use them. We had so many that we've fed some to the pigs, we've sold some, we've given some away. So they store well and they can be frozen raw or cooked. That is how the Ultimate Choko recipe book came about. I had to sneak chokos into literally everything. I'll leave a link in the comments below for the book if you're interested, and also obviously the seeds as well we're selling. Some people say that they've got a bland flavour. I tend to disagree. These ones are a little bit sweeter and milder than the green ones, and they will take on any flavour that you cook with. So just like zucchinis, you can put them into anything. We've done zucchini brownies, now we've got Choko chocolate cake. So that is it for today. We have harvested all the chokos. I'm going to take these down in the next day or so. Actually, I'll probably take these down tomorrow to the food forest and the pig pen and plant some of the ones that have got the roots on them already. And I'll have to get the boys to come and pick these up before the possums find them and eat them and start chewing on them. That is how you grow chokos. That is how you sprout them and look after them. Let me know in the comments below if you're growing chokos yourself. What kind are you growing, the green ones or the white ones? And if you've got any really cool recipes, I'd love to see them. Anyway, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next video. Bye for now.